The question's for Chris Mays. Coming from builders and installers, I mean, industry wide, and especially, I mean, I call myself a small operation. We've got 5, 6 employees, and we're cranking through work most days, and we feel like we can do a better job at capturing content for your companies and providing feedback as well. What type of content and what type of feedback is most helpful for you and your company?
Nice to meet you, Nate. Uh, I would say in thinking about this as a whole, no matter the size of the company, small or large, the one good thing that we always want to hear from our customers is, about the product, about the fitment, about what we can do better to make that part better for you as an installer. I look at that, when I buy parts, whether it be brakes or something that we necessarily don't manufacture, but me as a car guy too, uh, I always want to have that communication, to flow back and forth. That's, the relationships that we built over the years, uh, with all of the, builders we've got around us, nationwide, we always look for that, feedback from them, and we don't make a part that's just, specific to every car. You're doing coyote swaps in Broncos,
Yeah.
and if we do, a supercharger kit, let's just say it's not necessarily going to fit a 1970s, Bronco for every single fitting and every what you call me and you say, hey, if you do this for this particular application, it'll work better in these Broncos, let's just say. So that good
Yeah.
positive feedback, and that's why, SEMA, PRI both have been such good places and platforms for us to be, here as sales guys, and we can, push that further down, the product, down to our product categories, and the guys that are developing those new parts to try to make something better. I was talking with Fred, he's one of our VPs here earlier, and he gave me a quote that, and we were just talking, but it's the endless pursuit of the next best thing. And he had gotten that from one of his CEOs when he was working for a company out of Japan. And it stuck with me today, just knew we were coming on to do this panel today. And, I just think back to all the history behind not only Vic Edelbrock and Scooter and the guys that, that started comp cams. It's the biggest saying. We've got a big picture down here at the end of one of the halls, and it's got this big quote on it. It's amazing what can be accomplished when nobody cares who gets the credit. And so we think about that all the time. We're just here to make good parts, good quality parts. And if there's things that we can do better, then we rely on guys out in the industry to help us make those changes.
Well, I guess, I mean, coming from just to add to that, coming from, like I said, a smaller shop, it's refreshing to hear, because I mean, when we're dealing with other manufacturers that I would, call a smaller operation too, it's easier to get that feedback to people, but it's refreshing to hear even a company as large as Edelbrock would say, hey, if you notice something, even if it's a minor tweak, reach out, let us know. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to come in ways of social media, but if it's something that we notice that can, make your products better, it's nice to hear from you guys basically telling us, hey, your input's appreciated. Because we do run into stuff like that all the time. So I appreciate the feedback on that, because that's definitely something I'll keep in mind, and I'll pass that along to my guys as well. If you see something that could be tweaked or modified, could make this a little bit better, let me know. We'll get it to the appropriate people so we can see if we can collaborate, make something work. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, Nate, I
Perfect.
mean, with that being said, I mean, I can't tell you how many products are in our new product brochures over the years that are literally spurred off of customer request and customer insight. Our engine
Yeah.
builders are our front line, and they literally help sometimes steer us in the right direction when it comes to things because they see it firsthand and they call us and they say, "Hey,
Yeah.
here's an issue. Can you fix it?" And
Yeah.
that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. No, that's, I mean, coming from a little guy, it's, you know, somebody that doesn't have what I would consider the resources to develop a new product, you know, 99% of the time. It's, you know, knowing that you guys are open to that type of input from customers, from shops, other things like that, it makes what we're doing a whole lot more simple in terms of if we come up with an idea, yeah, we may not have the capability to do it ourselves, but we know people that can help us bring it to light, bring it to, you know, bring it to market. So
I think one of the things that drives us more too, Nate, is getting outside of the box. You know,
yeah.
it's not just what you see in the cabinet. You know, there's a lot of
Mhm.
things that we do on a day-to-day basis. We make camshafts that we probably shouldn't make, but somebody comes to us and they say, "Hey, can you do this?" And it's a challenge. So we're looking for the next challenge. You know, that's what keeps us all driving forward. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was the same thing every day, if you had to come in and put tires on 72 Datsuns every day, you get tired of putting tires on 72
Yeah.
Datsuns. So
Yep,
we just
exactly.
we look for that next great thing. So, you know, hopefully Mike Sanders pushes some more stuff down the pipeline here to us this year, and we'll be on the road to launching some killer new products. You know,
Maze, and just to spur off of that, don't we even have an active email address where customers can send us product suggestions and ideas? So we have a direct feed just for customers to do that to us.
yeah, and they're all on the
Perfect.
website and on
Perfect.
each of our branding locations. And you know, naturally, if they can't get into the right channel, they can always email one of us here at Edelbrock, and we'll make sure that we get that question, answered for them. You know,
Mhm.
may not be something we can do, but we're sure going to try to do it.
Yeah, no, 100%.